if you're always hungry, there's three main reasons that could be happening. There's three main reasons where hunger comes from. One is you're calorically hungry. You need to just eat more food. And that's not a bad thing. It's not something that you should try to stop. A lot of people who are trying to lose weight try to stop being hungry so that they can eat less. But that's completely unsustainable. You need fuel to run your body and not some fake stimulant like coffee. Like, you need actual food, fuel, carbohydrates, sugars, glucose to run your body so that you can perform your daily activities and your body can function properly. And the weight won't stick on if you're eating the proper foods. So don't be afraid of being hungry all the time. If you are hungry, eat food. Eat as much food as you care for. Just make sure you're eating quality food. So that's the first one, is when you're calorically hungry. Just make sure you're eating enough. If you're switching to a plant-based diet, if you're switching to a low-fat diet, you got to make sure you eat more in volume, because the high carbohydrate, low-fat foods are going to be less calories. So you have to eat a higher volume to get the same amount of calories. You need to make sure you're eating enough calories, especially if you're working out, exercising at all. The second reason that you might be hungry is if you're nutritionally hungry. You don't have enough nutrients in your body. You're nutritionally starved. So if you're eating a whole bunch of food that's just void in nutrients, or maybe you have a really high fat diet, and you're not assimilating any of the nutrients properly, you can become nutritionally starved. So say you're craving like a certain vitamin, you might have some weird craving to go to this particular junk food that might have some of that vitamin in it. It might not even have that vitamin in it, but you know, in your internally, your system knows instinctually that you're still hungry, that you still need something. So you're going to still keep eating even if you've eaten enough calories. So make sure you're eating a really wide variety of foods. A really good way to make sure you're eating a variety of vegetables and fruits is make sure you eat the rainbow. Eat every color of the rainbow. If you say, oh, I haven't eaten anything white in a while, go get some cauliflower. I haven't eaten anything purple in a while, go get some purple cabbage or blueberries or something like that. Got to make sure you eat the rainbow, because each color in vegetables kind of represents a certain type of vitamin. So orange vegetables all have the similar vitamins, and purple vegetables all have similar vitamins and nutrients. So make sure that you're nutritionally satisfied. And maybe, depending on where you're at, because there is protein in a lot of foods, but some people are protein deficient. Even though it's this big thing that vegans like to say, is that you can't be protein deficient. Every now and again there is somebody who is, and it's not because they're not eating enough protein. More, it's because they are sick and their body might not be using it as well. And when they switch to a plant-based diet and they're eating less protein, they have issues and they might start feeling really, really weak. So when you first switch, for healing yourself so that you can thrive on a just natural plant-based diet, make sure you're eating like beans and lentils and dark leafy green vegetables, seeds and nuts every day. Maybe not as many nuts and seeds because they're kind of high in fat, but you can eat, if you want to eat a whole bunch of seeds, go and eat a whole bunch of seeds. Go eat a handful of almonds. Like, it's not bad for you. It's going to be protein. They're definitely very, very healthy. I don't avoid nuts or seeds. I just don't eat too much of them. Like, what a lot of people, especially when you're like a raw foodist, you can make an entire cake out of almonds, and it's just too many almonds. Like, gonna eat an entire jar of nut butter in one night. Oh man. But yeah, okay, so make sure you're eating enough protein. If that might be your issue, if you're always hungry, eat beans, and don't really eat the fats, because the fats are going to prevent you from assimilating the nutrients properly, and it's not going to help. But you can focus on proteins and a lot of carbohydrates. Eat so many carbohydrates and a whole wide variety of nutrients. The third reason that you might be always hungry is emotional and mental reasons. So if you're just kind of like bored with life or depressed, I know that people say there might not be, or it's said that there's no such thing as an emotional eating, and if that you eat enough healthy foods and you're just full and satisfied, that you won't want to go keep eating emotionally. You just need to eat because you're hungry. But that's not true, because sometimes when you have no passions in life, no things to do, you kind of feel really depressed, or you have no friends, you don't really feel like going out and doing things. You just want to eat food to occupy yourself, to take up time. And so that's another reason that you might always be hungry. And if that's part of it, what do you love to do? Do you like hiking? Do you like playing the guitar? Do you like crafting? Whatever it may be, go out, try to get involved with your community, make some friends, or just make some connections, have something to do that gets you excited. Find a passion in your life to really just thrill you, so that you don't have to focus on food so much. But those are the three main reasons that you might be hungry all the time. And it's not something that you should try to get rid of, your hunger. You should always just eat if you're hungry. But if you notice that you're too hungry too often and you eat and you're still always hungry and you want to like go to work and do things for certain periods of times, try to make sure you're eating enough calories, make sure you're eating enough full spectrum of nutrients and minerals, and maybe try to eat more protein depending on the person. And then also just make sure that you're happy with life, because that could be another reason why you're always hungry. I hope that helped. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.